lovelies, let's make a super easy Easter bunny cake using the Crafty Creatures cutter set. You want to start by rolling out your fondant quite thick and then cutting out your shapes, making sure that you've got really clean edges. The best way to do this is to press down quite hard with a cutter and give it a little shake. Afterwards, you can always go around the edges with your fingers, cleaning it up. I love doing simple things, but we need to make sure that it's done really well. Make sure you've cut yourself out one big round one, two little paws and 2 feet. We need to add a skewer into the bottom of the head. This is going to hold it in place when we pop it in the cake. I always use the sharp end first to go in to create the hole. I take it out and on the other end add a little bit of water, pop it back in, smooth over the top, and then it's stuck nicely. So on for the ears now, we're going to do 2 of those, and again you want to make sure that the paste is really thick for those. We're going to add our little details. So for the pink in the centre of the ear, I actually just cut this down a lot smaller. You need to just test it, pop it on and cut it down to the size you want. There is no right or wrong here. Then you just want to add a tiny amount of water to stick these in place. Now these ears are going to stick to the head, so the best way to secure them, especially if it's standing up on a cake, is to put a skewer through, making sure it doesn't come out the back. The same way as we did the head. I cut it down to size, then pull it out. Cut the other one to match, add a little bit of water just as we did before, and then pop in the cut end first, leaving the spike out to then push into the face later. Let's shape the paws over the side of a dummy cake, or you can put them straight onto your cake just so they have a little bit of a curl. We're going to add the details onto the feet now, and you'll need your long strip cutter for this. For the toe area, I use the smaller little oval, and for the base of the foot, you can either use the large oval or the large heart. Gosh, I sounded so serious then, didn't I? I just didn't want to get it wrong. Okay, now to stick them all on with a little bit of water. You could actually put the water there and then pop them straight on from the cutter as you go if you wanted. Now for the details of the face. So you want to roll out quite thickly some white and cut yourself out a heart and turn it over and stick it down. Then cut out the medium sized circle and you're going to pop that underneath for his teeth and just square it off with a knife tool and cut down the centre. For the nose we need a thick bit of pink paste, cut out a small heart and secure it with a tiny little bit of water. I'm going to show you a few different options for the eyes. So the first is if you roll out some black paste and you cut yourself out 2 of the lashes. Pop these either side of your head and bring them down quite low. This will make your bunny look extra cute. Your second option is to go for the simple oval black, which is the smallest oval, and then you want to cut yourself out the smallest white circle and pop it on. This is just for the light of the eye. You want to make sure it's in the same place. Next we're going to move on to the more detailed eye. So we want to roll out some white paste and cut ourselves out the medium size oval. Then you want to roll out the colour that you want to use, and this is the next one down, so this is the small oval. Then we're going to do the black pupil, so this is the medium size circle, and then the white of the eye is the small circle. You can see how it runs down all of the shapes in order of colour. For a very cartoony look, you could stick the lashes on top. I generally use those lashes to do if the eyes are closed or if you just want to put it straight onto a cake. For the eyelashes and eyebrows here, I just grab a tiny bit of black paste and I roll it into a sausage in my hand, making each end slightly thinner. Secure it in place with a tiny amount of water. Create a little line between the nose and the teeth here. And we're going to just dust the cheeks using a little bit of pink dusting colour. Put it on gently. I put it on a bit blotchy, so I used a little bit of kitchen towel just to rub it and smooth out those blotches. Let's pop the ears on now. It's a really good idea to use the sharp end of a skewer to create the holes in that place first. Add a little bit of water inside and make the surface area where the ears are going to go in super tacky just by rubbing the water and the sugar together with your finger. I want to turn over one of the ears now, so you're just going to press in with any sort of tool to make a crease. This will just help you flap the ear over a lot easier. When we're attaching the ears to the head, it's a good idea just to slightly cut them down at the base so they meet and attach much better. We're going to want some orange fondant now to create our carrot. You want to knead it all up really well and roll it into a beautiful crease-free ball and then a cone. Flatten the top of this cone and grab your little knife tool and just make a hole in the top and almost make a little star shape with the knife end. I make these creases using the back of the knife tool and rolling from the thicker part to the thin part all the way down. You want to grab a little bit of green paste now and do exactly the same as you did for the carrot, but roll on the other end as well. Add a little bit of water into the hole at the top of the carrot and then just pop your green in. From there, grab yourself a little pair of clipper scissors and just cut into that green bit of fondant at the top, creating some really cool little spikes. I'm going to use a red dusting colour just to make a little bit of shadow in the creases of the carrot, and then some yellow dusting colour just to create a reflection of the light. This will really make your carrot pop. You can also add a little bit of green dusting colour to the base of your green spikes. For the mini eggs, I've literally rolled a little ball and then a cone, popped them all down in different colours, and then flicked them with a watered down dark brown gel colour to make all the spots. To make the long grass, all I've done is grab a little bit of green paste, roll it into a ball and then a tapered sausage, roll along it with a rolling pin, adding a little bit of texture with the Dresden tool and then just pinch in and shape in the end. Just made a few more little bits of grass. That's it, we're ready to put it all together and pop it on the cake. Now, you want to pop the head straight through the middle, but make sure you bring it closer to the front. And then attach all of your little bits using the fondant glue. If you're unsure how to make that, you can click the description below. Push all your pieces on and hold them in place just for a few seconds to make sure they are stuck well. And then just arrange all your last little bits, and that is it.